What's up? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Unearthly777. Back at you again, going live. Well, tonight let's talk alien talk. First of all, I was checking out the 60-minute broadcast. That was interesting, but nothing exciting really there. Pretty much a recap of everything we already knew. What else? Oh, been checking out the sky tonight. It's about 3:44 in the AM where I am, and man, the sky is weird. I mean, it's purplish, bluish at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's something definitely weird going on out here. Anyway, just thought I'll come drop a little line or two, and let's see who wants to talk about aliens tonight. I feel like talking about aliens. So if you feel like talking about aliens, come on down. Let's talk a little alien talk. I mean, things have been really, really, really wild lately. I mean, a lot of information going on in the news. I mean, everybody seems to be talking about UFOs. I don't know if I told you guys last time, but I'm personally tired of talking about UFOs. I'm really tired of the whole UFO talk. I'm ready to talk about the people that's driving the UFOs. That's what I want to talk about. The extraterrestrials driving the UFOs. I'm really tired of talking about UFOs. So if you guys got any interesting stories you like to talk about, I want to talk to you about them because I got a couple interesting stories I would like to talk about. But, like I said, let bygones be bygones with the UFOs. We've seen all the lights. Unless we got a big mothership ready to come down and expose itself, the whole UFO talk, let that be done. Let's talk about the extraterrestrials, visitors from other planets. Please, let's get on that. It's time for the real deal now. You know, UFOs are cool now. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of the stuff I see is definitely cool, but I mean, really, really, I'm really kind of burnt out on the whole extraterrestrial. I mean, not the, I'm ready for the extraterrestrials. So personal. Forget about the UFOs. Forget about the whole UFO thing. Let's get into the extraterrestrials. That's what we want to see. That's what we came here for. I'm ready to see, in real life, what does one look like? You know what I mean? Let's see. You know what I mean? For real. All crazy talk aside, let's see what one looks like in real life. That's where I'm at with mine. If you guys feel like I feel, please tap in. Let's talk about it. I mean, there's a lot of weird things. There's a lot of weird talk going on. I'm sure any minute now it's going to be a big reveal. I'm just, I'm really beside myself, just waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm ready to get on with it. If you guys are too, let's get on together. But again, I got this channel here for us, for when things do go down, we can all have a place, so feel free to subscribe and, become a member or whatever you want to do. Subscribe to the channel. So when something breaking do go on, believe me, I'm searching the internet every day, all day long, looking for, the big news that's coming. So I would advise anybody that wants to be in the know to get in the know because I'm telling you, when it breaks, I'm gonna be all over it. I'm gonna be all over it. So you need to be able to get your alerts. I got all my alerts on standby. I need you guys to be on standby because any minute now this thing is gonna break wide open. Dave said it before that no UFO is not gonna just land on the White House lawn and it's gonna be this. But you know what? I don't even know if that's true anymore. Should I believe a UFO just might land on the White House lawn and be broadcast all over national television? I mean, the way things are going now, I don't think we've ever been this close to disclosure ever. Really. I know they've talked about it for the last 10, 20, 30 years, but to be actually this close to it, man, where you can almost touch it, come on. Come on. This is where we want to be, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's see how you guys feel about it. I feel a certain way. I know you feel a certain way. Let's just talk about this. That's why we call it alien talk, because I want to hear what you guys think aliens look like. I think they look, I mean, it depends on what we're going to get here. What are we going to really get on television? Because I've heard so many stories, I've read so many books about so many different races of extraterrestrials, and I don't know if that's going to be a good name to call them, man. Excuse me. What are we really going to call them for real? You know, I mean, are we going to continue to call them aliens and extraterrestrials and EBEs and shit like that, or are they gonna, want to be called by their home planet name, or whatever? We need to figure this shit out, and we need to start figuring this shit out fast because, man, it's happening. It is happening right before our eyes. And I'm not gonna stop dropping videos and lives until that day comes, and we can all be on here live together. So that's why I urge you guys. I urge you now. Become a member. I mean, becoming a member is just say another word of saying subscribe, like the videos, do whatever you got to do to help me get in the algorithm because I'm dead serious about us, being a part of this thing. Like I said, I'm not a big YouTube channel. What I got 7, 8 subscribers. I mean, when I hit 10, I think I'm just gonna go live at least once a day and bring you guys some new exciting news every day. Once I get up to about 10 subscribers. So if you could tell a friend, that'll be great. If you could subscribe, that'll be great. Whatever. Right now I'm just doing whatever it takes to get everybody aware and on the same page because this thing is finna happen, guys. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's gonna happen. What really makes me very optimistic, or in other words, very, very knowing of that something is something definitely happening is why is the president so quiet? Why is these news channels are now talking about the president of the United States? The United States is saying nothing. But now there are presidents in other countries that are speaking out, saying, "Look, it's time. It's time to tell the people what they've been asking for. They haven't hit it this long enough." And now I think consciousness is gonna win out. I do remember everybody saying back in 2012 that was gonna be the end of all time. No, 2012 was the end of the sleepness. That's when we woke up. That's the only thing was destroyed in 2012 was this veil of secrecy and a lock on consciousness. And now that we have awakened and we do know the truth and we do know that there is another species. There's a lot more species on Earth than just humans. That changes things. That changes things for me. That changes things for you. So let's talk about it and let's be clear about it. You know, I don't know how everybody else out there feel about it, but I feel like Man, it's about time they finally just tell us what we've been asking all of this time, man. Just tell us the truth and let us go on about our business. You know what I mean? We're not idiots to the point where we can't live with this information day to day. Yes, it's gonna be a strange reality. I think it's gonna be a euphoric reality for us, knowing that we have a chance now to become part of another dimension instead of being stuck here in the third. It's time to move to the fourth or even the fifth. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but I'm ready to move ahead. I don't want to be even stuck in the fourth if it's gonna be anything like this. I'm ready to leave this reality behind and let's move into a more space age reality, where things are better, where people are living longer and healthier lives. We're making better decisions because there's better things to do. There are more things to do. I just think that we're getting to a point here on Earth where we're just bored and we're getting complacent and we just do the same thing over and over because we're bored. I mean, even as adults, we get bored. And I think everybody's looking for a fresh start, a start over, a do over, you know, that this time it may be a whole lot better. I'm sure this whole racism thing would be a thing of the past if people had a chance to do it all over. It'd be like we are human beings, we are a human race, and we are one. That's how we're going to understand anyway once these new species start walking around our planet. It's going to no longer be I am black, I am white, I am Asian, I am Mexican. It's going to be I am human, and this is my planet. And if it comes down to a war for our planet, I need you guys. I need to know, will you guys be ready? I will be prepared. If that's what it comes down to, yes, I would be prepared. Would you guys be prepared? Is the question. Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there will be prepared, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who wouldn't be prepared. I think there are conscious people now who eyes are opening and they are realizing that what's going on is really going on, but do they really want to believe it? I don't think they do. I think they want to put it in the back of their minds and not even think about it. But I tell you what, you better open your mind, you better open your eyes because this thing is real. And I don't want I don't want none of us humans to be left out or left behind. I know that's asking a lot, but I know the human race is a very strong race and when we have to step up, we step up. I mean, it's just shown through history and history and history. I'm worried about the history that we don't know. The history where everything was wiped out at one point in time. And why? Is it because we got to this point before and was not able to deal with it and we lost it all? Or have we never been to this point before? That's what we need to be trying to open our eyes and pay attention to. And our history tells it all, you know. So we need to definitely keep our eyes on history. I keep referring back to Thought and when Thought was here, how he came down and brought his brilliancy and developed this race to help mind the goal, which they say it was the human race. To a certain extent, I do believe that, because it would make a lot of sense that the stuff they call junk DNA really ain't junk DNA. It's just the DNA that has not been activated because it was the knowledge that they didn't want us to have. Because if had we had all the knowledge of how to unlock our true potential, that we would have been just as powerful as they were. So I get it. So I do understand it. Now it's time for us to meet the rest of the family. You know, it's just that time now for us to reach the rest of the family and to see what just what's been going on around the world that we haven't been allowed to see. And I think that once we are allowed to see, it's going to change our minds about a whole lot of things, about the way we look at ourselves, first of all, and definitely the world, the entire universe. Definitely, definitely will be looked at differently once we realize that this has been going on right under our nose and right out of our eyesight the entire time of existence. So, again, we're just doing a little alien talk tonight. I don't have anybody tapping in with me tonight. I wish somebody would come on, tap in with me, and talk with me tonight. But that's okay because I'll keep bringing it to you as I get it, and we'll keep talking about it until everybody else get it and want to tap in and talk about alien talk. Because this is something we got to keep talking about, people. We cannot afford to let this die. We cannot afford to let this go. Let's talk about it. Let's be serious about it. And let's really try and focus on it because it's real. It's real and it's here. This shit is in our face now, man. They don't really care. They don't really care how we're going to take this, but they're going to give it to us. And they don't really care. You can think you ready for it, and you can think you're not ready for it. Either way, we're gonna get it. It's gonna be shoved right in our face, and just like everything else, we're gonna be expected to take it. Not only take it, but accept it for what it is and for whatever they tell us it is. And this time, we need to be for sure. This is too big to just take it and take their words for it. And by they, I mean whoever's pushing the narrative and the agenda. We need to make sure that we're in on this time. We need to be in. We need to be in the know. We need to be in the how. And we need to be a part of it. You need to be able to control your own destiny, your own life, and enjoy it, and really find freedom and really find happiness because we was only given this one life. And if we're not going to live it free and happy, then what's the point of even being here? And I know that the creator of all has that in store for all of us. Not just some people, but all of us. I think we're all going to find happiness and joy and peace on this earth. Now it's up to us to take it and finally do something with it. And this is why things are changing. This is why the tide is changing. Because the same old has played out. The same old, yeah, some people being happy while the rest of the people being miserable. That's played out now. That is played out. It's time for the masses of people to be happy. And for those who want to be icky can be icky, but it's time for the masses to be happy and find joy, and the small 1% to be miserable. Because that's what makes more sense. It makes more sense to me. So if you guys, it's your boy Unearthly 777, talk to me. It'll be great. I'm just looking for to touch down with anyone out there who would like to talk about it. Come on live with me. Let's talk side by side. Let's just talk about it. Give me a second. Show me how to tap you in, and we could really talk about some interesting things. It's hard getting on here day after day, night after night, really just talking to myself, trying to reach you guys out there. But I'm going to continue to do it until I reach you guys. And when I reach you, I want you guys to reach back. Don't forget about me, guys. It's your boy. I'm Unearthly 777. I had to use 777 because 666 I could not live with. I'm sure it's just numbers, but it's always been a cliche of numbers that I could never deal with. I always thought those numbers represented something that, I'm just not with. So that's why it's Unearthly 777 to cancel out the 666, something I don't believe or care to believe in. But yeah, it's your boy. Come on, get with me sometimes. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, but trust me, I'll be back. Peace at YouTube.